Easy go! Woo! Wham, 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 wham. No downtime at all. Ever.
Got a surprise here that something that I kind of need. You can probably guess by looking at what it is. This is a new 4G-63 for my first gen out there, Eagle Talon. Now, beautiful thing about this, if you look at these numbers right here, 88,000 miles on that motor, and if you show them down there, about the cleanest motor ever. So, I'm gonna get this hooked up and off the trailer, get the trailer out, so I get the car brought in and eventually work on that. So yeah, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Thanks for coming.
Is it just so dead or is it recording?
Could be either.
So you don't know if it's recording?
Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
I heard it.
Okay.
This is probably that. Wait, how clean is it? I did not say. See, how clean is it?
Nice and shiny.
Clean. Super clean.
That motor is blown. Super blown. Super 8 turbo. Destroyed the metal on the inside.
I forgot to let full time in the video. Hi, Daddy. I helped him. Yeah, I don't want to go on highways. But I don't have a helmet, so that's not.
Vroom, vroom. This car, I love this car. Eagle Talon TSI. 91 with the pop-up headlights. Now this one's sun faded, typical DSM. But minus a few bits of hail damage on the top and the sun fade. The bottom has zero rust. This is a pristine car. Minus the front where it smacked curb by the previous owner. So I don't know, maybe tube front end. You gotta try to drill out the seam welds. And right now it's squatting a bit because there's 2 transmissions and a head and a whole bunch of stuff in the back of the car. I got enough stuff to probably build 2 engines. 1.5. 2 that would run, but not for long. Ain't nothing to it but to attempt to do it. Here we go. Typical first gen prop rod. Of course. But if I want to use it factory tailpipe. Now I'm thinking just the factory tips is probably the only thing I'd want. But I've hung on to it just because. There's a bunch of turbo gaskets, which, you know, like that one's garbage. I don't know why I don't know stuff. That one's garbage. But turbo line is okay. Just need some new crush rings. Turbo parts. Now this is an important piece. Just the downpipe, turbo downpipe. It's in good shape. So I can go from here back with bigger pipe. Make it a little bit funner, louder car. Got some goodies, got some goodies. The belts, I guess, you know, they're like practically brand new. Oh. He blew the motor up and replaced all the belts. I don't know. AC compressor. Don't know what I'll do with it, but might as well hang on to it. Motor mount, that's a necessity. Oil pan with the turbo drop line. I'll need this for the thingamajiggy over here. Oh, the thingamajiggy I'll need is the sump. It's okay. Then I got a factory water pump, which again it's brand spanking new. He just put it in. I think. I don't know, maybe. It's stuck! Filled. Alright, that's how it should look. This is your throttle body. This is your throttle body on EGR. EGR is like exhaust gas recycling valve or whatever. It kicks your unburnt fuel back into the intake from your car's tailpipe. Tailpipe's your waste, let it go. Turbo inlet. Go to charge pipe, big charge. Factory. Oh yeah, alternator, it's 30, but 30 is 30. I don't know, I'll have to get stuff tested. You can get stuff tested at your local parts store. O'Reilly's can test. I got the turbo intake pipe, OEM. It's got your turbo cycle valve. If you put the right filter, wow, I'm talking to the belts. If you put the right filter on this, you can hear the blow-off valve a little better. Especially if you put a tighter spring in the blow-off valve that releases a little harder. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Oh boy. Well, I've blown a crap axle, so this is garbage. Well, maybe. The CV has life, so a new boot. Could repair that. That's the thing I love about this car, but also that's different about this car from all the cars that I've had TSI-wise. Which is kind of good, kind of bad. This long axle. I mean, she's a two-wheel drive, not an all-wheel drive. I've always had either a 1.8 two-wheel drive. I had a 2.0 automatic two-wheel drive. It was just a parts car once. And then I've had the 1.8 5-speed, which is fun. Then I had the 2.0 turbo all-wheel drive TSI, but I never had one that I could smoke the tires and have fun with. This is that thing that causes your intake to cough. You see? It takes the exhaust in here and it back into your intake. Garbage. Now, key component for a parked car, mouse traps. I have caught mice in this step. Keep checking them, fresh. Keep your cars from getting destroyed. You want your car to breathe? Cut your airbox. Yeah, these ones have a very restrictive intake on them, so this is the thing. If you put a K&N on this, they're good. Why is this even inside the car? Oh yeah, because I moved. Radiator. Beautiful radiator, except I think it's got a hole in it. Here is where your EGR valve is. And here's where it takes and sucks it back in here and then blows it right back into here. And see, it builds it up full of crap. Builds it really up full of crap. So just put a piece of metal over that and block it off. Factory. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Maybe I should look into a lighter flywheel. But my flywheel, OEM clutch, needs to be replaced, I know. I keep together a foot of boots. And just so I know what direction the clutch goes. Factory motor mounts that kind of failed. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. 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 I got you. I got me. I got my exhaust. Needs to be, it looks like it's already been polished a little bit. Yeah, it's been polished. But I'm gonna do a little bit more polishing to my exhaust header. And my downpipe. Return, recirculation, recycalaka. With their cool custom silver paint job, chrome. Oh, it's such a pretty color. There's so much crap. Transmission cover. I have so many of these cars that I look at these parts and I know exactly where they go. This is called a government required crap add-on piece that with an old enough car you don't require in this state. I don't think, maybe. We'll find out. Or I'll disconnect them. But yeah, let's assess what went wrong with this car. A little bit of pitting there. A little bit of pitting there. This can't be, I guess, too bad. I mean, these gouges you can feel with your nail, but I don't know, maybe you could polish it up. What do you think? I don't think so. I'll show you where the actual fail happened in this motor. Can you see that? Focus on that. That right there. And that. Yeah, it lost a couple cam bushings. And yeah, I believe one of the lobes was actually flat, and so that's what happened to this motor with beta turbo. I believe this, yeah, this is a timing belt I had away. Listen. OSHA approved lifting, you want to reach out. You want to reach out as far as you can and lift entirely with your back. Take your legs completely out of the equation. I'm just kidding. You want to use one of those, a nice cherry picker, to pick up stuff that's very heavy. Or you want to work out a lot and work on these cars a lot. And another beautiful, beautiful, my wrist really hurts, thing about the two-wheel drive versus the all-wheel drive is transmission's a wee bit smaller. I even get it, this son of a gun monkey. It's my beautiful transmission. All right, this one has blown out synchros, is what I've been told. In all honesty, the engine ate a turbo. I'd almost be willing to bet with the flush and the fluid change this would be okay. But I don't know, I'll look into it. There's still parts in here. Last time I lifted one of these seems like it was just, you know, yesterday. But I guess give it another shot. Get it up to where you want it. Oh, that's smooth! That's smooth! Yeah, I want to skip up to 99 reverse. Look at that. Yeah! Junkyard transmission. Junkyard transmission. Lifting with the car. I only got one of these. Here's the nuts and bolts of the operation, everything taken out as the car is taken apart, piece by piece, individually bagged by yours truly. Woo! Yeah! A cheap blow-off control solenoid blow-off thingy and an O2 sensor. Yeah. Crank it up! Crank it up! Here is a fair chunk of the reason of why I bought this car. Because even if I do nothing with this car, what I paid for this car, I have in a box that came with the car. I categorized this all and put it in the box, but I looked through the car before I bought it. I think the car was like $600 non-running, but it was supposed to be a runner. Might have been $600. Anyways, this is the stuff I love. Coil packs are good. Timing tower, good shape. These are hard to come by, pristine. And these are all good parts. But that ain't, I mean, ARP head bolt, brand spanking new. You got the stickers in the box, you got the bolts in the bag, the brand new head studs, never been used. You know what that means, boys? It means we can build this. Factory turbocharged injectors, so it doesn't matter what engine I got. I'm gonna with it. Lots of extra blinkers. but it also came with, look at that, valve seals, head gasket, valve cover gasket, cam gaskets. Ooh, oil pan gasket, front side of the engine gasket, crank gasket, balance shaft gasket, got all those, so I guess that's, you know, that's gotta be worth something even if nothing happens with this. Now these, I don't know why I saved these, they're all bagged up and banged up, but actually a good reason I saved them is because I think the connecting rods are okay. But the pistons, this one might be okay. I think one of the pistons shot, so I guess hang on to that for the connecting rods, but yeah, I'll show you the brand new water pump. Brand spanking new timing belt. So I guess I got at least $100 here if I sold that, right? Well then, what's in the box? I wonder what could be in this box. Maybe it's some, look at that! Some pistons. Silly. That's some pistons. Just kidding, that's not saying any of the pistons. I don't know which ones these are though. Doesn't that sound funny to say? These are Mitsubishi Chrysler Eagle Talon 4G63 dual overhead cam, 16 valve turbo, 89 to 92, first generation 6-bolt engine. So here's another set of pistons. Look at those. These are oversized. They actually seem pretty decent. Use them if you need them. I don't think they'd be very good. Oh, and what's this? What is this? Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. I've got some parts inside this box. Sorry. All the seals. Exhaust gaskets. Oh, look at that. A brand new bag of lifters. Oh, we got some bearings. In the front plate, look at that. We got everything. Everything to rebuild this engine, top to bottom. Should have been a sign when I bought the car that it needed it. Which, you know, it's a 4G63. You assume it needs to be rebuilt when you buy it. It's just the way of the 4G63. And the people who own them, they only sell them because they break them. Got my boost gauge, go psh, 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 make it spin around, shoot flames out the back, and go psh, psh, psh. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kind of stupid. 63. It is a 4G63, but it's the naturally aspirated non-turbo. So what I'm thinking about doing, and actually what I will probably do, now that I think about it more, is set that down because that's kind of dangerous. I'm gonna hook that up with stock turbo, run it at about 10 PSI boost just to get the car running. I'm gonna get the front end fixed up somehow, pull that out. Maybe I should just pull it out and bend it straight. Factory fast, baby, factory fast. Do a weight reduction to it. Have it making those cool turbo psh, psh sounds through the big exhaust. You know, soon. I've got all the parts on this engine. Oil filter housing, everything to go onto it to make that a turbo. Everything, I have to replace this tube. This, because they got the fittings for the turbo. There's turbo. Psh, psh. Gotta change the engine mounts because the engine mounts are different on the turbo. To fit room for the turbo, maybe, I don't know why. That might be about it. The intake's gonna have to be changed because the turbo's got extra vacuums, but in all honesty, I could just leave them because every single one of those gets eliminated, I think, except for the one that runs the boost controller. It ain't even on this motor. The injector's got to be swapped. Polish the intake. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. Boost tube's going to get swapped on it. Find a tire and set that engine down. There's this ring on here that, see that ridge, how it sticks out? And you come over to this guy, you look down, that one doesn't have a ridge. And this motor's toast. Needs to be bored. It'll get bored and bathed and bored, bathed and built. So that's the game plan. Put that motor in there. Pretty much as it is, just freshen it up, look it over. But I'll probably just leave it a lot the same. Yeah, should be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. Get it all fresh to fit in there with these beautiful engine mounts. I'm gonna have to replace those. Do something with it. That's gonna be the plan. I'm gonna get this car running. It's gonna be a Rob Zombie. It's gonna be like a Ruby. That's the professional way to clear that. No, the professional way is to wait till it's not, 40 degrees and wash it. I'm truly blessed. I'll say I'm truly blessed. I've had lots of talons before. I've tried to build them before. Always crammed in a tiny garage, in my mom's garage. Thank you, Mom, for always letting me build talons in there. One time when I was living with an ex, Emily, we built it in our tiny garage of our little apartment. Yeah, pretty much throughout my whole life I've been building on these talons. I forget a lot, so I don't remember a lot of occasions and where we're at, but mostly my mom's garage. And finally I have enough room where the talon's in here. There's a snowmobile in here, I got a four-wheeler in here. In all honesty, in a crunch, the four-wheeler could go up here. The snowmobile could go up here, I could fit a car in here and work on it. If one of my cars breaks down, not a problem. I've also got my Eclipse sitting in the garage. I've got my go-kart, my mini bike, my motorcycle, everything in the garage, a boat in the garage. It's amazing. But the other amazing thing is I've got all this room. All my parts are out, laid out, and let's do a video by and show you all the stuff, from my AC Delco. Just kidding. Yeah, we got the motor naturally aspirated 2.0 with 88,000 miles out of a 91. So we're gonna push her a little bit. The factory block on my engine stand. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's gonna need some cleaning. The OEM transmission, the exhausted intake, and turbo galore. Look at those turbos. Oh yeah. Not all meant for this car. Yeah, those parts. Those lots of parts. Spool turbo sounds. Insert here. Oh, look at that spoiler. Let's see. Maybe I should put the spoiler on top of the spoiler. Just kidding. I need to get this roof tar off though. Anybody got any ideas on that? Stupid roof tar. Oh, I love it. See, it's solid, solid. Beautiful car. Damaged car, but she's beautiful. She's got a little bit of a lip problem, right? The lines are straight. No rot. Look up close. No rot inside. We expect to find it. She's gonna need some clean and done and some painting, but I love it. I love it. And this side just as sturdy as that side, except for this needs to be glued back up. But oh, is that rust? Is that rust? I found my first sign of rust, and it's just a little bit of. Is that rust even? Or is that a sticker? That's a sticker. Ha! I thought I found rust. That's a sticker. There's no rust. This car's beautiful. Beautiful. No rust where you expect to find rust. Even taking it apart, none of the bolts were seized. I took everything out inside an 18 by 18 garage with Kylie's help in my old house. All with hand tools. I didn't have an air compressor even then. Didn't have the impact. I didn't have the heater. I used a little Nipco. Right now it's not. I don't know if you can see my breath, but it's not heated out here right now, which is I'm fine with. It's good. It's got to be. I mean, it's above freezing. It's close to 40 degrees out. Probably warmer in here. Stoked. Stoked. Excited to get some vroom vrooms and the boom booms and the bomb bomb bomb. Give it a round can paint. Just kidding. But yeah, you see the hail damage on the roof. The headline's got to come out, and I'm gonna see about popping those out. Maybe if I heat them up, and then a cold rag and just pop it with a mallet, maybe. I don't know. Try something. I'm just so excited. I'm tickled pink. I want to just drop the motor in like it is. Do some Fast and Furious scene stuff. Just put the camera right here and just like drop the motor into night and drive this thing out of the shop. When I brought it home, I was so excited. I hooked the battery up. All the electronics work. The power seat belts work. The radio works. I hooked the jumper up to it, and I put some spray in it. I was like, I want to hear this thing fire. There's no muffler on it, no turbo on it. It was just the exhaust bolted on. And like, and everything was working like as it should. I checked the plugs. They look beautiful. It's like, what's going on here? So I went and rented a scope and looked down the cylinder, and sure as could be, the valve, a couple valves were stuck open, and you could see a crack in the piston. One of my pistons has a big crack in it, so they need to be replaced. That's why I went with the oversized ones. Anyways, yeah, I was kind of devastated then. Then I was like, well, this car is it's garbage, throw it away. But I was looking at it, and I just started digging into it, took it apart, and now it's finally gonna do something with it this summer. Gonna make it happen. Gonna make it happen, Cap. Gonna get some loving and some spit shining. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, she's gonna get some loving though. That booty. Look at that booty. Ain't been on the road in 8 years. Little 1090s flare right there. I got an automatic one I can put in there. I'm excited for the spoiler. I love the spoiler on these. Look where it starts. In front of the flipping mirror. And then do. Knife. Flying through the air. And I think I'm going to recreate this detail on this if that's factory. I think that might be a factory one. If it is, ho 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 ho. This is gonna be unique. No, I don't know. I'm just gonna gotta do some research because it looks like some work was done here, but maybe that's factory. That might just be factory and sun fade. Should I paint the engine bay black like most people do? It's perfect. I could pressure wash it and polish it. It would look nice. Yeah, those work beautifully. They're nice and tight. They're not wore out. They ain't been used too much. I'm rambling on, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I gotta work on that car. My back is just, oh. You know, I could start working on that tonight. What do y'all think? I'm gonna go see what Kylie's doing. I drank a Bang energy drink today. That's the problem. I think I'm gonna work on this.